Hi, my name is Alex, and this is Group A5. Today we are going to be talking about logical equivalencies. In the previous tutorial, we learned to solve them by using truth tables. So now we will be solving them by different but very important rules. First, we are going to be defining each of the 10 logical equivalency laws, then applying them to a few examples. First, the identity law. It's defined as P and a tautology is equivalent to P. Along the same notion, P or a contradiction is equivalent to P. The second law is the domination law. It's defined as P or a tautology is equivalent to a tautology. Along the same notion, P and a contradiction is equivalent to a contradiction. The third law is known as the idempotent law. It's defined as P or P is equivalent to P. On the same notion, P and P is equivalent to P. The fourth law is known as the double negation law. Simply, it's just the negation of the negation of P is equivalent to P. The fifth law is known as the commutative law. This law states that P or Q is equivalent to Q or P, and similarly P and Q is equivalent to Q and P. The sixth law is the associative law. It states that P or Q or R is equivalent to P or Q or R. Similarly, P and Q and R is equivalent to P and Q and R. The seventh law is the distributive law. It's defined as P or Q and R is equivalent to P or Q and P or R. Similarly, P and Q or R is equivalent to P and Q or P, and R. For the eighth law, these are known as the De Morgan's laws. They are defined as being not P and Q is equivalent to not P or not Q. And along the same lines, not P or Q is equivalent to not P and not Q. The ninth law is known as the absorption law. It's defined as being P or P and Q is equivalent to P, and along the same lines, P and P or Q is equivalent to P. Finally, the 10th law is known as the negation law. This law states that P or not P is equivalent to a tautology, and that P and not P is equivalent to a contradiction. Using these laws, we're going to prove that the statement not P and P or Q implies Q is equivalent to a tautology. First, by the distributive law, we can say that the statement is equivalent to not P and P, or not P and Q implies Q. By negation, we know that this statement is equivalent to a contradiction, or not P and Q implies Q. By the identity law, we know that this statement is now equivalent to not P and Q implies Q. Then by an equivalence law for conditional statements, we can say that this statement is equivalent to not P and Q, or Q. Then, using De Morgan's law, we can say that this statement is equivalent to P or not Q, or Q. Then, using the associative law, this statement is also equivalent then to Q or not Q, or P. Then by the negation law, this statement is equivalent to a tautology or P. And finally, by the domination law, we have proved that the statement is indeed a tautology. Today we use these laws to solve a fairly simple example. However, they can be used to solve rather complex problems, such as the one you see before you. However, we're going to save that one for another day.